Red Hood and the Outlaws number 16, written by Scott Lobdell, art by Timothy Green II. So, last issue we had Arsenal and Starfire show up in Gotham to help Jason, and they came across the Teen Titans instead. This is just following that. So, we have them, Teen Titans, coming across an entire building's worth of Jokerized people, and they're trying to fight through them. Arsenal steps up and he's like, hey, you bunch of kids, I'm learning about you just by watching you. You seem to be the fast one, Kid Flash, and I need you to corral all these people up. And Kid Flash is like, you're not my dad. I'm going to ask Wonder Girl what she wants us to do. And Wonder Girl's like, hey, Arsenal, really appreciate the team effort. We kind of just hit things, though. We don't worry about strategy. And he's like, that's so stupid. What? So they shove all of the people back into a building, and Kid Flash uses speed to board up the doors. And Arsenal's like, okay, great idea, good job, but what happens when the doors pop off? And we see that they're already banging against it. And he's like, okay, so guys, I understand that you don't like me coming in giving orders, but we're all here for the same reason. You guys want Red Robin, we want Red Hood. Maybe we can work together, just do a little something. And Wonder Girl's like, fine, whatever. What's your plan, Arsenal? And he's like, I don't have one. And then a little arrow goes beep. And he's like, never mind, now I got one. I analyzed the Jokerized people. They might be able to be changed back, but we need to get all of the stuff for a cure, which my magical ship in the sky that I came in on says is down by the harbor. So everyone who can fly, get down there. And Kid Flash. Bunker and I are going to stay here, and we're going to make sure we take care of the Jokerized people. So they all run off, and Bunker and Arsenal are there as they immediately break through the door. And then Arsenal just goes on a 2-page thing of like, man, these kids. Remember when I was a kid and also a junkie? And we see him get brought into one of Toyman's old bunkers by Killer Croc. And Croc is like, hey, you can stay here for as long as you want, but you got to stay in AA. And Roy's like, you're Killer Croc, and you're telling me to stay in Addicts Anonymous? And it's like, yes, that is exactly what I'm saying. And he's like, okay, fair enough. So the rest of the crew looking for the cure make their way there. Starfire says something to Solstice about, have you told them? And Solstice says no. I don't know what they're talking about. And I don't know how Starfire would know about it, but regardless, when they get there, they see a whole bunch of boxes that says cure, do not touch. And it's like, okay, this is obviously a trap. So the whole place is rigged to explode as Kid Flash grabs all the girls and is just like, man, I had a dream about this once, but there was a lot less costumes. And he gets them away from the explosion. And they're like, oh no, that was our only chance at saving the people. But it turns out Kid Flash, before he even saved them, he got all the boxes out. Because Joker wasn't counting on a speedster, I guess. So we cut back to the fight, and Arsenal fighting alongside Bunker. He ran out of arrows forever ago, and he talks to Bunker. He's like, hey, Bunker, you can make anything out of psionic bricks, right? And Bunker's like, yeah. He's like, right now you're using them to make big fists, right? He's like, yeah. He's like, well, maybe you should just make a wall out of those bricks, right? And Bunker's like, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Maybe I shouldn't just be hitting things. And Arsenal's like, yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to tell you guys. So he makes a whole thing out of bricks, and Arsenal makes the comment of, you just watch, he'll be in the Justice League before he's 20. Yeah. So then we get a 1-page cutaway of Hugo Strange signing books. And then we come back. I wish I could tell you that amounts to anything, but it's just here. So they come back with the cure. They've got it all in boxes. Turns out they're already preloaded into a bunch of syringes, which Arsenal logics that Joker would probably be using it to hold the city hostage later, which sounds totally too convenient. Kid Flash is apparently not good around needles, but Wonder Girl tells him suck it up and go around and inoculate everybody at super speed. So he does so, and as all the victims start to de-Jokerize, they all turn back to normal. And Arsenal and Starfire are like, well, we did a good job here. Glad that we could have helped. And now we just got to go find Red Hood. So Then we cut over to Elsewhere, where Deathstroke is doing a training montage, and he throws 3 daggers into the pictures of Red Hood, Starfire, and Arsenal. And he's like, I'm more than willing to do this job for free. And then we cut to Joker, who is painting a Red Hood mask, like the helmet. And he's like, boy, this sure is worth the extra effort. And then he turns off the light, and it picks up in, I think, Teen Titans 16. Okay, Hugo Strange, Deathstroke, and Joker walk into a bar. They say, hey, why are we here? And the answer is, they don't know. There is no reason for them to be here. This is not a joke. Why is this happening? Why were they included in this book? I can at least understand the Killer Croc bit, because it's a bit of characterization on Arsenal's part. But, like, who cares about what Hugo Strange and Deathstroke are doing in your Death of the Family tie? Like, what? Okay. Not a huge fan of the art. I don't know how to explain it. It's just a bit lacking. Like, the details don't feel like they're there. I can't say for sure that's penciler, but it just feels like there wasn't a lot there. Writing-wise, you just watch. He'll be in the Justice League by the time he's 20. Yeah, okay. Sure he will, Scott. And it's just a bunch of snark and a bunch of sarcasm. It's literally everything you expect from this book, but, like, more so the Teen Titans book than this, which I have been far more critical on. And it definitely bleeds over. Sure, they're written by the same guy. Doesn't make it any better. So I'm going to give this one a 4. Not a good tie-in. Especially because, here's the little secret part. It had nothing to do with the Bat family at all. Not a damn thing. 4.